Laptop or computer system are essential part of our lifestyle. Whether you are a student or a freelancer, a businessman or working in an office or doing a remote job, to have laptop or computer system, it's like a must in our lifestyle. This is Amit from Mentoring Entrepreneur and Technocrats, and in this video we are going to see the laptop buying guide or some important aspects before you choose a laptop or a computer system for you. When you go for buying a laptop or a computer system, it's just based on a craze what's going on in the market, but that might not be the fact. Say for example, if you are going to purchase a laptop or a computer system and you go in the shop, you will always target to purchase a laptop because that is what you think, that the cost of the laptop is higher, so it might be in demand. But that might not be the reality. So actually the thing is, to purchase a laptop or a computer system totally depends on your usage or what is the purpose that you are going to operate a computer system or a laptop. So let us consider these aspects. One of the aspects is the usage. Why you are buying a laptop? Why you are buying a computer system? If the use of the computer system or a laptop is just like you are working from home or a fixed place, then I would suggest you to go for buying a computer system. The reason is, it's very easy to upgrade the computer system compared to laptop. The other reason is the budget. The same specification you go for purchasing a computer system and the same specification you go for purchasing a laptop. You will always notice the pricing in case of the computer system is always lower. So in that way, if you are not using the computer system or a laptop in a portability mode or a traveling mode, then to go for computer system is much good option. The other option is the reliability or a lifespan. The lifespan of the computer system is much higher lifespan of the laptop. So that is the other point. And as I told, the third point is the budget. So check these things before you go for purchasing. What is the usage, in which environment the computer system or laptop is going to be operating. Second thing is the usage or the functionality of using the computer system or a laptop. Say for example, if the use of the computer system or a laptop is just going to be for a basic purpose, like you want to use MS Office, you want to use the presentations, or you want to use certain part of videos or software, you can go for the basic version of the laptop and not the higher version. Other thing is, if you are going for a professional use or a programming use, I would suggest you to go for a higher end laptop. And if you are going for a rendering or a video rendering, or say the 3D videos or something like that, like animation or higher end graphics, you need to go for a higher end or advanced laptop. The next portion is the component of the computer system or a laptop. These are the crucial components before you go for choosing to purchase a computer system or a laptop. First component is the processor. Now processor is the heart of the computer system or a laptop. It's extremely important portion. Without that, you can never think of the existence of computer system or a laptop. Now before choosing processor, you need to think of the option you have. One of the option is Intel series processor, which is highly popular. Other option is the lower end processor, or you can say for example AMD processors. Now technically you might be thinking that Intel processors are always good and AMD processor are slightly lower than that, but it's not like that. It all depends on your requirement. Say for example, if you are thinking that budget is the important factor before you purchase, go for AMD processors. The difference will not be so much of significant because now AMD processor has the higher end series called Ryzen series. So it's similar to i3, i5 and i7 because Ryzen series also has the models in i3, i5 and i7. So it equally gives a good performance. So if you are looking for a budget laptop or a computer system, you can go for AMD series. Now if budget is not a criteria, then you can always prefer Intel series of processor, which are the trusted brand of processor as well as which are the popular ones. So if you consider the Intel, you get i3 series, i5 series and i7 series. i3 series of processors are the basic processors. So if your usage is a basic one like using MS Office or the basic operations, you can go for i3 series of processor. i5 series of processor is useful when you want to do certain programming task or certain multitasking. So in that case you can go for i5 series of processor. And for a business laptop or a business computer system, or the usage is a professional use, or where you need video rendering or graphics rendering, in that case you need to go for at least i7 series of processor. Now similar to the series of processor, there are also generations of processor. Say for example, 3rd generation, 4th generation, 5th generation. If you see the current scenario, we are in the 10th generation of Intel series. So this generation is based on the technology advancement and the components, electric and the chip components used in the computer system or a laptop. So higher the series or higher the generation of the processor, you can think that higher is the advancement and the components and the technology used. That is the one thing. Other thing is the ideal combination. If you are going for a basic version of the laptop or a computer system, choose i3 series with the ideal combination of 4 GB RAM. It will also reduce the budget. If you are going for a programming use or more tools you want to use as a developer, go for i5 version of the processor and 8 GB RAM at least. Similarly, if you are going for a rendering, animation or graphics or 3D usage, go for i7 version or i7 series along with 16 GB RAM. Now that is the next component, which is RAM, which is also called as random access memory. RAM is used to store and fetch the data while the processing of the processor is going on. So it is the next important component. More you have RAM, more it makes it easy to execute the task. But say for example, going for i3 version of processor and going for 16 GB RAM doesn't make sense. So it's all about the ideal combination. If say for as what I told earlier, if it's i3 version of processor, 4 GB is the ideal combination. If it's i5 series of processor, 8 GB might be the ideal combination. And if it's i7 version of processor, 16 GB might be the ideal combination. In RAM, you also have the generation, or you can say the series like DDR, DDR2, DDR3, DDR4 and DDR5. So these are the latest version. Higher the DDR means the latest technology of RAM. Next comes the hard disk. Hard disk or HDD, that is hard disk drive, are also the important component to store the data. Now when it comes to storage of data, you have two technologies, HDD and SSD. SSD is solid state drive, which is the advanced technology of storing the data, which makes it lightning fast. So if you are installing Windows or any programs, say for example, prefer to store those programs in SSD or the C drive, so that you know the fetching of the data, the execution of the data will be highly fast. This is the new advancement of technology which came after HDD, which came after hard disk drive, which makes the fetching of the data, the waiting time very less. So that is also a great thing which you can always consider before purchasing a laptop or a computer system. The next part which you need to focus is graphics card. Now you will be seeing that when you go for purchasing a laptop specifically, they always mention that 2 GB graphics card, 4 GB. But you also need to remember whether those graphics card is integrated graphics card or external graphics card. Now I will tell you what's the difference. Integrated graphics card is a part of your motherboard, so there is no separate chip for the graphics card, but it is integrated with the system. The difference is the cost will be little less, and if your usage is not so much of on a higher end, if your usage is normal, to go for a 2 GB or a 4 GB integrated graphics card is also not the bad option. But if your usage is specifically video rendering, animation, graphics and on a higher end, then you might need the external graphics card, and at least you need a 4 GB external graphics card. So in the description you will find there several links of the laptops where I have mentioned those have the higher end and they have external graphics card, which gives very fast rendering when you are doing video processing or a graphics processing, and it helps in faster loading. Next component is the display. Now in display, earlier you had a HD display. right? That is high definition. Now you get one higher version, FHD display, that is full higher version or full higher display. So nowadays the laptop which you are going to buy has already FHD display, so that has maximum resolution, so that when you are performing you can see maximum color combination, maximum pixels, and this thing comes in a laptop and the computer system both. So this was all about the components which you need to consider, and once again I would tell you that if your usage is not that much and it's not traveling, or your usage is not so much portability, to spend after the laptop and give a higher amount will not be worth. So in that case you need to always choose going for a computer system, because in computer system as well you get so much of models, so many of models, and you get multiple options. All in one systems are coming where there is no computer cabinets and there is only an LCD, and every processor and the motherboard is in part of that LCD. So that is a higher advancement when it comes to computer system. And if you are traveling frequently, if you need to carry a system from one place to another frequently, then you always have an option of choosing a laptop. So this was all the important factors which I feel suggestions for you before you choose buying for a laptop or a computer system. If you have any queries regarding this, you can always drop a comment and I will be able to get back on this, and we will come up with more topics about computer hardware and the peripheral device, and we will discuss more about what is needed and what are the technology advancement. Do not forget to like and share this video, and also subscribe to this channel so that we can reach as many people as we can and spread the awareness. See you in the videos. Bye.